This is Assassinins Creed Valhalla running on a 3.6 gigahertz Intel Core i7-4790 with 16 gigs of RAM and a 4 gig NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970 video card. I've already done a demo of this on a higher end build, on my 9900K build. You know, that's nice and all, but I think the majority of people out there that are, you know, in the gaming, you know, world, that want to run this, I think are going to be running on something a lot more similar to this build right here. Not everybody's running on a 1080 Ti and a 9900K, and I think a lot of those people are going to want to know, how is it going to run on my mid-range system? So that's what we're going to do today and what we're doing right now. I'm going to give some commentary with this one because I think there's going to be a lot of questions. You know, what will this do? What will that do? So let's start with taking a look at the video settings. So we are running it at 1080p. I generally recommend leaving it at 1080p. I mean, assuming you're on a 1080p monitor. If you're running on a 4K monitor and you want to run it at native res, you need more computer than this. But for most of us, I mean, even myself, like with my 9900K with my 1080 Ti, it would probably run stable at 4K at some reasonably smooth frame rate, but I still use this. This is the monitor I actually game on. This is an Acer Predator 240 Hz 1080p. I've got everything set to medium right now. For those who are used to running, you know, competitive Fortnite, Apex Legends, that kind of stuff, you're not going to be seeing those kind of frame rates here. Not in this kind of price range of system. Even something high end, like a $1,500, $2,000 machine, maybe something with like a new 3080 or something. I'll have to see the stuff on it, but I don't think even those are going to be running at hundreds of frames a second. I'm guessing more like 4K at, you know, 80 to 100 FPS, something like that. Maybe a little higher, but maybe like 144 hertz, something like that. But you know, not hundreds. But on a system like this, you're going to be seeing low double digits, you know, maybe as low as 30, 40, 50. And you'll see that it'll generally stay smooth. So let's get back. I also wouldn't typically recommend running these games at less than the medium setting either. I find that, generally as a rule, you're going to lose so much on the visuals. I mean, I guess if you just have to play Valhalla and you can't, you know, you don't have a nicer system, you know, you do what you got to do. But I think a big part of the fun of these games is the visual aesthetic. And if you're running on a system lower, it's not going to be any fun with the graphics looking terrible. Oops, that's my guy. Wait. What are we looting? Ah, there we go. And as you can see here, I mean, like I said, depending on what you're doing here, it looks like 30s and up. And it's smooth. There's a few graphics glitches here and there. It's not perfect, but it's not bad either. So this is going to give you similar performance to I'm guessing like a low-end 10 series card, maybe a 1050 Ti, like a low-end 1060, maybe a 3 gig 1060, something like that. This is going to be pretty similar performance to those. Oh, and it is worth mentioning, I believe this actually requires a DX12 video card, which that would make this the first one I've ever encountered that actually requires DX12. So we're back in the situation we were in a few years ago when they first started demanding DX11 on all the new systems to actually run the newer games. Which, I don't know. I mean, I think 9 series and up is DX12. So, I mean, realistically, if you're running even like a nice 780, like one of those fancy 780 classifieds or a 780 Ti classified, something like that, even then, it's time to upgrade. 970s, which is what this is, can be had readily available for $75 to $100, depending on where you look. Sometimes low-end 10 series cards, similar like a 1063 gig, you'll see them for like $100, maybe a little less if you really dig. But this does require DX12. My understanding is it will not even try to load, or it'll give you some sort of error if you try to load it on less than a DX12 video card. So another thing I want to address is, I've seen a few reviews where people complain that the game isn't worth the money. I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed guy. At least I've gotten a little more into it the more I've played around it, because I think it is kind of a cool game. I mean, I wouldn't buy the fancy $100, whatever, special edition or whatever they've got, but this is worth the $60. I mean, if you think what goes into creating these games, it's worth the $60. In fact, this is one of the first games in quite a while that I actually paid for. I felt like it was time to start doing first day release games for the channel, and the only way to do that is for me to actually buy the games. So here we are. So I thought this was worth my $60. I still think it's worth my $60. I know some people think, oh, there's too much to the campaign. It's too many hours, tedium. I think it's interesting. think of what it would cost to go to the movies and the entertainment value you get out of something like this. So, anyone that's listened to this far, I'm going to kill the mic now, and do a little more gameplay. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the questions, and I will get at it when I can. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. This was kind of just a little quickie to give you an idea of what to expect on a system like this. I'm going to be messing around, again, like I said on my other video, over the next couple of days with this, trying it on a few different systems. Yeah, just give people an idea of what to expect on this. Anyway, I hope everybody finds this interesting and informative. If you found this useful, give me a like and a sub if you would. I mean, the more I get of that kind of stuff, the more I'm going to do these type of, first release games and, spend my money on a game before any of you guys have to. So, anyway, though, thanks for watching.